Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Brittany with Horoscope.com. Here are 3 things you need to know in order to make today, Sunday, December 23rd, 2018, a success. Now the first thing I want to talk about is going to be right here where the moon is in Cancer. When the moon's in Cancer, it brings our attention to our feelings, our emotions, to what's going on inside us. It also brings our attention to personal and private matters, and also home and family, either our physical home or people, our family. So that's what the focus is there. And that was obviously very important because we did have a full moon in Cancer yesterday, really bringing up all the feelings that we have about what we feel really, what makes us feel really grounded or rooted in life, about our home, about those things as well. So what's going on today? The first aspect this moon is going to make is going to be maybe a little bit before some of us wake up in the morning. So it's going to happen pretty early, and it's going to be right here. Moon's going to oppose Saturn in Capricorn. What this can definitely bring here are feelings of restriction of some sort. Feeling a little emotionally held back. Maybe it's because we have some bigger things weighing on our minds, some responsibilities, some things we need to do here with the moon in an opposition to Saturn that may not always feel the best. It may require us early this morning to make some choices between what we need to feel emotionally good and choices between what we have to do or need to do in order to move forward that may be required. It may not feel the best. However, I do see things improving a little bit as we move throughout the day. That's because now, as the day starts to get going and we're up and moving around, this moon in Cancer is going to make a trine over here to Neptune. What that can bring, I want to say, is a little bit more of an ease of feeling. It may be easier for you to understand what you're feeling, to get in touch with your feelings, to tend to your emotions in a way that maybe you couldn't just a few hours earlier, the end of yesterday into today, early this morning. So I do like that a lot better. After that, around noon, the moon then is going to move further through Cancer and make a trine over here to Venus and Scorpio. So both of these things are things that I like with the trines being involved. I think really helping us to not only feel better after maybe some hard things came up early this morning with the opposition to Saturn and yesterday at the full moon, but I think helping us to get more back in touch with ourselves, to get more comfortable with ourselves, or to work with relationships in a way that I think can be very, very useful. What is important to notice as well is that not only is the moon making a trine to Neptune and Venus, but Neptune and Venus are also making a trine to each other, making it a grand water trine. So what this could bring more towards the afternoon is more of an emotional, sensitive time of the day. You could be feeling very vulnerable, very sensitive, but I like to think it will be positive, where you can finally get in touch deeply with your feelings or work with the other people in your life, possibly home and family too, being around the holidays, the moon in Cancer here, to really get to the bottom of what you're feeling and to help you feel better. So I like this all around. The last alignment that will happen for today is going to be right after dinner time. The moon's going to move further through Cancer and make an opposition here to Pluto in Capricorn, and that again can be a little bit challenging. That can bring up some very strong feelings that aren't always so pleasant when Pluto is involved. Maybe some fears or insecurities here about where your life is going, what you're doing, and how things are happening in some way. It could possibly be because all those Christmas gifts and other things going on for the holidays may not be done yet. That can be a little bit of a challenge that you may just need to manage. Again, what happens whenever I see a contact to Pluto, you have to manage your fears and insecurities. You can't let them get the best of you, and you may have to make choices so that things don't get out of hand here with the opposition. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. The day starts a little rough, ends a little rough, but I think in the middle is a good chance for you to pay attention to your feelings, be compassionate towards yourself and others, and maybe even get some of the support of others to help you deal with some deep emotional stuff that may have come up with the full moon, and to allow yourself to get in touch with your emotions, feel the feelings, and work with others during that mid part of the day so that you can find a little bit of the bright spot here and what's going on. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is going to be right here with Mercury in a conjunction with Jupiter and in a square with Neptune. This can be very lively. There can be lots going on in the mind, very excitable. We're trying to think about all these new things, opportunities, possibilities for our life. But with Mercury being in Sagittarius and in a square with Neptune, it may not actually be the best time to act on those things. Definitely not the best time to act on those things that we think or that we want. So it can be good because we're excited, bad because we're confused about what to do with all this excitement and how to put it into place. And again, needing to not pressure yourself or force yourself to do things that you don't need or want to do or aren't time to do here, and needing to just allow your mind to just consider the different possibilities and to be okay with that and to listen to your intuition about what is coming next for you in your life. Perhaps that's what this is. A lot of spiritual downloads coming to us about this next chapter of our life that is hard for the logical mind to understand, but that intuitively and in other ways we're kind of feeling, and needing to let yourself receive these insights even if you don't get them right away. The third and last thing I want to talk about, which I did kind of already mention, is Mars coming into a conjunction with Chiron. This is a challenge. Chiron rules our insecurities, a lot of times our fears about life in some way, and Mars rules how we do things. So it's bringing up things from the past that are uncomfortable, that are not good. When it comes to us taking action, doing things with Mars, also we could be feeling a little bit sensitive. I want to do things. I'm trying to figure out what's going on next with my life with this Mars, with this Mercury in a conjunction with Jupiter, but I can't act on these things. Every time I try to act on some new thing, old things come up or old feelings come up or things just don't feel right here. And I think really just needing to, especially today, be patient, be still, listen to your feelings with this moon in Cancer, be compassionate towards yourself and others, go deep emotionally and try to work out all the emotional stuff, root out all the problem emotions that are preventing you from doing the things that you need, so that you can start in the coming days, and especially at this new moon solar eclipse happening at the beginning of next year, take big strides forward, even if now is not quite that time. So that is your daily planetary forecast for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow.